Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is key. Like, find out information. They follow the trend, and they just like, oh, that person said it. That person looks cool. I'm gonna go with it. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. That's my talking.
Hit it. That's what I'm talking about. Wait.
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
All right, Real Talk with Carmen Costa. This is episode 2. I feel like we didn't even do episode 1 because all I did was make mistakes. It's all good. I'm going to keep this, though, in this episode because Jamie, who's behind the camera, you probably don't know him because he's all like, I keep mentioning him, but I don't actually say who he is. Anyways, he's the social media guy. I'm going to stick to the social media guy. I took him off camera because he hasn't cut his hair yet. So we should cut your hair, right? No, we're not cutting. We're staying Kovic style. Is that what we're doing?
We'll make it a whole episode.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, Jamie is my right-hand guy. I started with Jamie, little history between me and Jamie. I started with Creative 7, which is owned by Jamie. I started with him about 5 years ago, right, Jamie? We're looking at 5 years. And I remember when we started, I had cue cards. So if you ever want to go see let's bring some of that episode in, right? Are we going to bring it in? We're going to put it in.
Sure, I'll find those.
Dear God, please do it. Because you can see that I'm reading from these cue cards. So it's awesome. Anyways, Jamie was the guy that motivated me, told me that, 5 years ago when I did my first episode, I'm like, I don't think this is for me, Jamie. He was the first guy that actually believed in me and told me, Carm, you have a real passion. You should voice your opinion. You should voice your voice, right? Like, let it be known. And I remember starting with him, and now looking back, people are like, oh, you're such a natural behind the mic. It's chalked up to Jamie, who forcefully made me do this, just so everybody's aware. Yeah, so episode 2, I feel like episode 1, all I did was make a ton of mistakes. We're going to put some outtakes on that because it's hilarious.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. But I did say to Jamie, I do really want to start TikTok. Let's put some of that TikTok in there because he had this camera rolling for how long? Like the whole hour to do one episode.
Possibly.
So let's stick some of those outtakes as well in the first episode. Today, I did want to cover something that I'm very passionate about. I know this is just gonna cause a whole bunch of commentary. And you know what? You're more than welcome to comment. Like I said in the first episode, this is solely just my opinion, right? What I do want to touch on is kindness, right? I know we're talking about this, everybody on my team, because everybody knows I'm a mortgage broker. I'm a team lead. I love my team. Always asking questions about what's your opinion, Carm? And here's the truth of the matter. My opinion is exactly this. Be kind to one another. If somebody voices an opinion, doesn't mean it's the truth, but it is that opinion of that person, right? So, respect, kindness comes into play. I think as human beings, we've lost touch with that. We get wrapped up in everyday, news, media, mainstream. We get caught up and it gets really ugly. I personally got off social media because it saddens me to see that, adults are arguing over topics that honestly is opinions of others. Everybody's talking about divided nations. Is everybody going to be divided? What's happening with that? We're only divided if you as an individual choose to do that, right? And as the masses grow, because each individual chooses to divide their opinion, then that's when it happens. So the only thing I want to talk about today, and I think we lack this we lack it because we forget about it, is kindness, respect when it comes to talking to anybody in today's society. I'm going to give you an example. And I did say this to the team because it's very important to me. I homeschool 2 of my children. And both of them, when they talk to each other, I watch them communicate. And it happens at a young age, right? And when they're talking, if one believes they're right, they start to get hurtful, right? And I think that's a good word to use, right, Jamie? Like, hurtful is exactly what people do. If you don't see their perspective, they start to hurt you, right? So they start to use hurtful words. So when you're going through commentary on somebody's opinion, you start to see that the comments start to get hurtful, right? So I watch this with my children. So I literally went back to basics when I started school with them. I went back to respect. I showed a video on respect, and I showed a video on kindness, and I spoke to them about it. And after a week, I saw their behavior change. My opinion in this matter, and honestly, it really isn't about mainstream topics. I don't really have opinions on mainstream topics because the truth is, guys, it doesn't even matter what I think because I'm an individual, I'm a human. But I think we've all lacked, kindness and respect. And I think that's the main topic is, we should be able to speak as a society and respect each other and show kindness to one another, right? And I think we've lacked that, and I feel horrible about it because I had to get off of social media because it has gotten really ugly lately. My only tip for today is if you don't know what respect looks like or you don't know what kindness looks like, look it up. You know what I mean? Teach yourself. I taught my kids about it, right? It's very easy. Everything is at the, tip of your fingers. You can Google kindness, you can Google respect, and you can actually see what they mean. And you can actually apply it in your life. Because if that happens, if individuals learn how to respect and be kind to one another, there won't be so much division, right? So I would just suggest, kindness is big and kindness is important. So for me, I would wholeheartedly look that up and research it. So, it's a tough situation. Like everything is so, suppressed right now that, I wish to see, individuals and in this channel as well. Like I remember when Jamie, was telling me, let's just merge the accounts, you can talk. And I was like worried about, I'm afraid of the commentary or this and that. And the truth is we've come to a point where we can't even comment or make a video of the truth, right? We have to follow what society tells us to do. And you know what? That's wrong, right? Because everybody has an opinion and everybody has a perspective, and we should be able to respect and we should be able to show kindness to everybody. That's what this channel's about. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be real talk. It's going to be, my guests that are coming on, they're going to be real people. We're going to talk about what matters, what matters today. What are the hot topics? What are, everybody seems to think that, vaccinations and all that is the main topic. That's not the main topic. Those are topics that are dividing the nation. You should be talking about how to be kind and respectful to other individuals. That's what the topic that we should be learning and applying in our lives. That's what we should be learning. This is what this channel's about. You're more than welcome to comment below. What do you want to hear about? What do you want to see? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in.
Really hot. Hello.
There's a joint on the corner where the big boys play, where the whiskey's running like the river, but they all never come for the booze and bass. I'm the one, I'm the lady that'll rock this place. That'll rock this place. That'll rock.